came out and unplugged it and cleaned it up and everything, and then I tapped a couple of the relays down there and it quit running.
Okay.
But it don't even look like it's trying to. And he was tapping the board yesterday and it would light up and start blinking some, and then the glow plug would come on, and that was it. So I don't know. Like I say, I was an electrician for years, but I don't know air conditioning stuff.
Yeah, it's out of my.
I mean, I did do some lower 24 volt type stuff and everything, and
Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Let's see what the flashes is. Pressure switch stuck open. No.
so you reading back through whatever he's reading back through.
It's definitely open. But it should. It's going to be open right now because it's not calling. So, see if I can reset it so that it'll come on. Is there a switch on this thing? Yep. Okay, so now I have no 24 volts here.
I won't say who she is, but I figure you can guess. Get it over on.
Okay, so I do have 24 volts. But when I jumped this out,
Go back to doctor again in the morning.
nothing was happening.
Oh gosh. Sunday we had.
Unless I was on the wrong.
And they had some ham sandwiches.
Might have been on the wrong terminals.
And stuff. And I decided I would try a little, I mean, not, just a small handful of salad.
Okay, so straight into the same pressure switch.
So I took some of them and everything else.
We're going to jump the pressure switch out and see if it fires up. So in order to jump it out, I'm going to use one of these. I'm going to go ahead and put one on here. And put one, and put this on the pressure switch. And then I'm going to come down here and jump out R and W.
But I had heard back from when they did the biopsy.
I can get on the right terminal here.
Yeah, so, they might give you like an antibiotic or something.
Okay, so I can't even get that to run. Let's kill the power again.
It's painful.
Turn it back on. R and W is jumped out.
Well, I mean,
That started to go.
I mean, I don't know what to do, you know what I'm saying? The day I ate banana this
Alright guys, so it appears that we have a faulty board. Our switches are closed. Check this highlight right here. That's closed. So we need a board. Yeah, as soon as I try to
that's what I'm saying. So,
jump it out,
Libby got after me.
it's not going in.
Anna got after me last night, so at least you need to call and ask. So
lift it up on this, and it takes right off. I have got to pee so bad.
Alright, talk to you later.
The only board that I have.
It didn't sound good. It kicked the big fan on.
It's the board, but I don't have one. I thought 1963.
No, 53.
53. Wow. And it's still running.
It's it running. Now, the other day I had to replace the I pulled a whole spigot out and then I had to put it back in. But the gasket, it was leaking around the gasket, and it was hard as a rock when
I
beat it out
bet.
there.
It's been in there for a while.
It'd been there for quite a while.
Wow, that's awesome. You don't see stuff like that running still.
But
Huh. That should be in a museum somewhere. Alright guys, so on that one, I could have put a universal board on it, but my universal board is going to cost a good bit more than what the OEM board is going to cost from Goodman. So he said that his son would be fine for one more night, so I'm not going to, which really, if you think about it, now that I think about it, 2 trips out here compared to that, but I don't know. I'd still rather have the OEM board on something than a universal board, and got all kinds of plugs going to different things to make it work. And so if they were fine with it, then we'll just roll with that, because it makes it easier when somebody troubleshooting it in the future. And then it's just better to go OEM if you can. I mainly keep those boards for, a lot of times I end up in the middle of nowhere, and I keep those on me so I don't have to drive, hour and a half back to get the board, depending on what warehouse I have to go to, and then drive back. So that's 3 trips in and out. So we'll just we'll pick up the OEM board in the morning from Loot and put it on there and get them going.
What'd you say you were going to tell him about the furnace?
Here, I'll show you.
It's so loud. When my dad got that put in there, I remember how it's always been really loud.
These filters that they're using,
Yeah, they're not the right filters.
well, it's the right size, but this style is horrible for your unit.
Oh, really?
It's very, very restrictive on the airflow.
So what kind should I get then?
If you're going with the 3M brand, they have one with a red label.
Yeah.
That's the one I would go with.
At that, is that the size I get?
16 by 25. Yeah.
By 1? But
Yeah.
you said get the 3. Should I get the 3M or should I get some other kind?
The 3M's fine. Just make sure you get the one with the red label, not
Okay.
the purple.
Well, can I get them at Lowe's?
Yeah, you can get them Lowe's, Home Depot, Kroger's, Walmart, anywhere.
Do you think that would make a difference on his bill or not?
It could, because that blower's having to run a lot harder.
Because of the filter?
Mm-hmm.
Well, will the filter look different when I buy it? Will it look different, I mean, on the inside?
This part will look different because
Oh, okay.
they're spaced out more.
Just because it has a red label?
Yeah, the red label's
okay.
more. The airflow is better.
Okay.
That's just when you put one of these styles in brand new, it's like putting a dirty filter in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get some of those in for him. I'll be back. I gotta go out here a minute.
Okay. we at? This is my cooling. Cooling, heat, RG, blue, and then R and C. So this must be for the humidifier that they don't use. Yeah, I'm not even gonna wire that back up. Pull that plug off. Pull this plug off. Those are already coming in. There we go. I could wiggle this plug and it would try to fire up. We had to hold it. It's a dead giveaway of a bad board. Well, I thought the power was off. Got the door switch jumped out. It's off. What just shocked the hell out of me? That did not feel good. I'm gonna turn it off at the breaker. I don't know what I got a hold of, but that hurt. Okay. Whatever that goes to. It was nicked. Have to fix that. Huh. Let's go ahead and fix that right now.
I bet you're getting a lot of calls this time of year, aren't you?
Especially right now, because everybody's turned their heat on and realizing it's not working.
Got it on, and he said something about the out, the pipe that goes out the vent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our vent is above, right outside our kitchen window, and I guess the furnace is more toward our family room, like in the next room.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to move our vent like straight out, even with the furnace.
Mm-hmm.
He said something about it not being level. Does that sound right? Or what?
Well, you don't want it to be level. You want it to have a kind of a pitch on it going back towards the furnace.
You want like a straight shot out, sorta? Or not?
What do you mean by straight shot out?
Well, like from the furnace, wherever the furnace is under the house, maybe putting the vent like straight out from the furnace, like in the same area instead of where it was. It was in the next, sort of routed around. It was out under our kitchen window.
I mean, you could, but unless it's like I would really just have to see it. But that shouldn't make it, unless it's the wrong size vent or not pitched the right way, or there could be something.
It might have had something to do with the pitch.
Something in it.
And
I mean, if it's not pitched the right way, it'll run the first time you turn it on, but then it'll hold water, and it won't come back on after that.
yeah. Well, anyway, he wanted to move it, and he wanted to put it. We have a double door there in the back of our house in the family room. He wanted to put it right under that door. You know, where you go out the door, and David told him, no, we couldn't have it right there, you know?
Yeah, you're not supposed to put it.
So,
I can't believe an owner would suggest something like that.
so David told him no, so I don't know that it's still under warranty. We've had it 6 years because,
Well, if they registered it, it should still be under
it
warranty.
should still be under warranty.
If they didn't register it, then you're a year out of warranty. And what happens with a lot of places around here, like we have a lady that sits at the shop and registers all the equipment so that we know that you get your full warranty.
Yeah,
A lot of these companies don't do that, and they don't even tell you about it so that you could do it if you wanted it. And then, you know, your 5 years is up. And I think they do it so they can get more money out of you. Because once your 5 years is up, if it's not registered, you have to pay for everything.
so it's usually under warranty for only like 5 years in.
Yeah, when you originally buy it, it's under warranty for 5 years.
Okay, well then ours is out of warranty by now.
Well, if they registered it, if they had somebody that registered the equipment, it would still have 5 years on it. But just out of the box, it comes with a 5-year warranty.
So you're not saying it has 10 years. You're saying it only has 5, right?
It only has 5 unless they registered it. If they
okay.
registered it, then you have 10 years.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of these companies don't do that because that's that much longer. If something goes wrong, they can't get any money out of you,
Yeah.
which is dirty.
Well, then we had a problem with the air conditioner one time. This was a couple years ago. And so we could get it to run. It would run. It just wouldn't shut off. You know, it wasn't. It would. We could turn it on. If my husband wanted to turn it off, he had to go under. I think he had to go underneath the house or outside or something to turn it off. You know, manually.
Yeah.
And so we had this guy come, and I know he didn't know what he was doing. And he got out there in the air conditioner unit, and David usually, he doesn't like to crawl under the house anymore, but not unless he has to, but he went outside when he was working on the air conditioner. And David found out where there was a mouse that had got down in that air conditioning unit,
Oh, yeah.
and he chewed one of the wires in two.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy said that we needed, I forget what he said we needed, and it was going to be like, I think it was like $1,000 to fix it.
Yep.
So what happened is David ran into your dad at Wendy's or somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking about, he was eating lunch with a friend of his. He ran into him and he started talking about your dad told him that all he needed was something to fix it, and it was like hardly anything at all to fix it. So David gets on the phone and calls the owner and tells him, and this kid had that time it was $400 for what he didn't do anything. David's the one that figured out what was wrong with it, you know.
Yeah.
So David gets on the phone and he calls Ashworth and talks to the owner and says, look, he said, this guy that came to my house said it's going to cost me this much money to fix it, and I already talked to someone else and they told me that I could fix it this way. So he gets on the, I guess he gets gets the part or anything, you know, what your dad said to get,
Uh-huh.
and it fixed it. So I'm at the point where I'm upset with the people. You know, I don't. If you know, if it's not under warranty, I'm just ready to call you guys or something. You know.
I mean, in all reality, it should still be under warranty. But like I said, there's a lot of companies out there that don't register because that's 5 more years, or that's 5 more years you would have that they're not going to get anything out of you.
Now, if we get somebody, if it's still under warranty, and say we get you or somebody else to do it,
We can still.
will that void our warranty?
No.
Okay.
No. If it's still under warranty, and we come out there and do something that would be covered under warranty, we can warranty it for you.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna tell David to start calling you guys because, you know, a lot of those guys that they sent. Now, I guess the owner knew pretty much what he was doing, but some of them other guys they sent, I don't really think they knew what they were doing. You know.
Yeah.
I want someone who knows what they're doing. You know.
Well, the sad thing is, a lot of these companies, I just don't understand it. I guess because I wasn't raised like that, but they don't want you to know how to work on equipment.
Yeah.
They want you to know how to sell it.
Yeah.
That's all they care about.
I know when my dad, I don't know who put that furnace in, but he ended up calling that doctor, and you know he's the biggest Jew that crook around. And my dad, he died in 2010. He was 95, and his mind was, you know, just as sharp as ever.
Yeah.
But he was at the point where I guess he really didn't argue with people, you know, about certain things, and he wanted to charge him. He did put a new thermostat in for him, and I think he charged him, oh God, I don't know how much it was. So, thermostat's not very much money, is it?
I mean, it depends on what you go with, but the lowest model, it's a good one. You're probably looking at close to $100.
Yeah. Well, this was a lot more. I think it's like $1,000 or something.
Wow.
And my dad ended up paying, but normally, you know, he wouldn't have done that. You
Yeah.
know? But that was the last time that he called that.
But not my thermostat or anything. I got my alarm system and stuff like
I think
that.
he needs to take it off of the Alexa because I think last year his wife was asked, she wanted it warmer or he wanted it colder, you know, and they was continuously moving it up and down, and I think he ought to take it off of that thing.
Yeah, Alexa's nice for some things, but stuff like that, I would just.
How old do you think that furnace is?
This is.
What year was that? Does it have a year on it?
Looks like a 2006.
Okay. So it's 17 years old.
It's definitely, I mean, you can tell it's got some age on it. Dollars to it.
Could be about 27.
Yeah, and then you probably have a little bit, and just.
Labor.
Yeah.
Does it have all this stuff in it? These pipes, these big pipes and all that?
Well, if they were going to change this, what I would recommend is put in a 90% furnace.
Yeah, that's probably what I do.
And it's going to be a lot cheaper to run. They're just better in
Would
general.
that still be about 2,700 then?
Somewhere around, yeah. They're not a whole lot more expensive than an 80. I would. It makes my dad had an 80% furnace and he changed it to a 90, and his gas company actually came out and thought there was something wrong with his meter because he was using so much less gas.
Yeah.
27 volts. So why are you not coming on? Don't have a code. There you go, there. Everything's good there. Okay, let's turn it back on. Missing something here. No voltage yet. Like that thermostat from the start. Alright, so let's go. R W. Surface igniter. Is 1020. Yeah, he's just gonna, there's a thermostat. I've dumped the thermostat out and trying to find. So I guess he's gonna, let me turn this off. I don't know what, he said he wants to pick out a thermostat himself and put it on, so. But, yeah, if he puts another thermostat on, it'll be fine. I wouldn't just. the same cell board I took out. There's nothing different. Well, I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think the thermostat itself has problems. I was having problems with it yesterday too, but I was hoping it was just because my board was bad. Well, the thermostat's definitely bad. I know that now. But the board, this plug down here, I can wiggle that plug and get it to come on. So, we had two problems. The gas valve was leaking by. Got changed out. First. Broken apart. See if we can get this gas line out. There. We'll take this out. Getting this part. open. Here's the new one. Take this, it's piped up around it. All right, there's my mark. Let's see it. Let's see here. I'm gonna set it like this. So I need like a quarter of a turn. I don't want it to leak though. We're going to be something like that. Go ahead and get some screws back in it. All these are back in place. As far as that goes, we're looking good. Go ahead and give this a little more of a turn. That. Pull that out. Okay. It's piped up on that. turn it on and test the incoming and outgoing pressure. And the outgoing pressure. Alright, so you got 1 to 4 for low, 2 to 5 for high. It'll be 1.5 and 3. So we're all set with that. Here, we got the right one on this time. This is set up. Found my little kit. Turn the power on. We'll jump it out. Stage will kick in. I'll check it. bit. A little bit lower than I wanted it to. High stage kicks in, we'll check it out. Anything's possible. Go ahead and put the one for the lower side back there. Tell my customer on this piece right here, you really shouldn't put tape on it. Just go, because that tape can break off and get in the gas valve, which is kind of what I suspect happens. And then you get a gas valve that's stuck open. They're letting it through, it won't shut all the way. So I've peeled it off. Put this one in 2020, it looks like. Maybe 22, wasn't 22, would have had been 20. There you go, I believe we're good. Take my jumper off. Close the gas valve. Take that off. Tighten this guy back up. Put the high side plug back in. Gas back on. And get everything up. Wasn't too bad. Gas valves can be a pain in the butt depending on how the gas line was ran, but the way we ran this gas line kind of made it easier for us. almost done. Check your fittings. Let this warm up. Let's just see. Any residual? No. Let's check them all while we're right here. That was something else. That wasn't a pen beeping. Alright. We're not picking anything up. We shouldn't be all set. They're good to go.